Patty,
Yes.
let's go.
Is everybody still awake?
Yeah, Patty's got the questions. We got a lot of questions.
Good, come on.
Most questions we have ever generated.
Good.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. If we don't get to your question, we can hold these guys hostage and you can ask them personally, okay?
But they may have
Yeah,
a point.
he can be here to answer, but I'll try to answer some too.
Martin, you don't really want to try to get past me.
No, I'm not going to do that. Richard's here.
Okay, ask the question.
That has
Let's go.
nothing to do with
Let's
it.
go, Patty.
Recent impression about Tyler water funding increases. During the record springtime 2015 rainfalls, water utilities increased water consumption rates. The timing for these increases is suspicious. It appears that this is mismanagement of budgeting when you have to execute capital bond finding. Isn't there a shortage of cash reserve budgeting?
I'll let Greg answer some, but I want to get to the heart of the issue, really. We had $10 million on Lake Tyler. That was basically the $6.5 million that was cash. As far as I'm looking at it, I don't really care about the short-term issues at all. It's all about long-term. We have an aging system in this community. Some of the pipes that are in the ground are 100 years old. And the fact of the matter is, we're going to have to maintain the system. And Greg was awful nice about when he said if we wish to do something that the TCEQ is requiring for water, and we wish we could do something with the EPA. He mentioned something about a 2016 deadline. We have that amount of work to do for the TCEQ that is not an optional item for the city of Tyler. The EPA does not allow us to have optional items. Good luck to Joanne on who we elect is going to make a difference when it comes to what the EPA says we're going to do and what the TCEQ says we're going to do. So from a long-term perspective, it's a short-term issue. We can just turn around and say, Lake Tyler, $6.5 million in cash. That was not expected, and another $3.5 million in the bond deal. The actual projections, and as we do water rates, that has to be factored. Actually, factoring in rainfalls is going to be impossible. But the main thing is we have to have adequate funding to take care of an old system. Lake Tyler wouldn't be faulty unless it was so old that we hadn't done the proper maintenance over time. When you have to do work on Lake Tyler Dam, as we like to refer to it, you have to do the damn work. We don't have a choice. And that's exactly what we did. And I will tell you that a lot of the TCEQ requirements are on old lines, and because we continue to, and you tell me if I'm wrong on this, but as you continue to expand the system, the water is not getting pumped properly, and the level that the TCEQ says is the proper level that you have to have in water, we're going to have to do more pumper stations. And that is not optional on our part to decide when we do that, by the way. The TCEQ mandates when that happens. The EPA is not asking us in a very nice fashion on how we're going to do wastewater improvements. I mean, we are going through a process with them right now that is extremely detailed, and even when I, as a business person, would love to say that, yes, we're going to put this off for 5 more years. We're just not going to do this because the revenue's not coming in. We're trying that with the EPA and the TCEQ, and it ain't working very well. So, and not to be rude when I say this, but as we always hear, certain stuff runs downhill, and we're at the bottom of the hill because we're the city of Tyler. We are not, nobody's asking us, do you want to do this or don't want to do this? We have that list of 13 million, the other one of 14 million is a must. And I'm telling you, the EPA has just gotten started on us. That 14 million ain't gonna be enough. So if I don't have revenue coming in, then I don't have the position that I can say that I'm using some cash. Because then I'm gonna have to go to all debt. And whenever you maintain your current system, you better be using cash. If you're in a private business and you have trucks or any sort of equipment that you use in your business, you better be paying cash to take care of those items. But if you're looking at long-term growth of customers, like a water utility system where you're building a $30 million wastewater system, then you do debt. But we're getting caught into the position in this community because of the demands on us from EPA and TCEQ that we're going to have to start using debt to do those repairs. I don't want to do it. I want to use cash when it comes to our current system. And that means we're all going to pay more for water. I live in this town. I'm paying more. My businesses are going to pay more. But I do not want to incur debt on that kind of work. Sorry. That's just where we are. And so Greg's very nice, polite business guy, right? That runs our water utilities. And so he's a lot nicer than me. And I will tell you that as a business person, I'm committed to doing the right thing. I mean, yes, we're gonna raise rates. So go ahead and ask me another question.
This was